Do you have some godly people in your life who have shown you what it means to live life as a faithful disciple of Christ? And have you ever taken the time to thank them for their faithful and constant witness? Maybe it's one or both of your parents. Maybe it's an old Sunday school or RI teacher. Or maybe it is a good friend. In our life, it's important to have faithful examples of what it means to follow Christ. And we should be encouraged to thank them often for their example. In Paul's letter to the Ephesians, he gives great thanks to God for their faithful witness of living life as a Christian. In fact, in the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, Paul gives thanks for two things: for their faith in the Lord and for their love of all God's people. Paul had heard great things about the Ephesians and was thankful to God for how they were actively living out Christian lives in their city. But in his letter, Paul writes some specific prayers for the Ephesians as well. He prayed that they might be given wisdom and understanding to know God better, that they would know the hope of God, and finally, they would know God's power. Paul wasn't praying that these people might study harder or work better to know God's love. He was praying that they would continue to live lives that honoured Christ and were a faithful example to others. But Paul also acknowledged that this couldn't be done on their own, that it was through the work of the Holy Spirit that this might happen. And it's the same Holy Spirit that can help us to be a faithful example in our world. As we look to the Bible and learn to rely on the Holy Spirit, we too can have a better understanding of the hope and power that Jesus can bring to our lives. This beautiful prayer that Paul offered the people of Ephesians is one that we can be offering each other, that we would see Jesus more clearly, that we would know him better, love him more, and see him as King of everything.